Hello and welcome to a special edition of Cranberry Scoop TV for December 2018. My name is Samantha Kossow and I am the office manager at the Dennis Senior Center. And I'm here with a special guest today, Cheryl Herwig from Bay to Sound Neighbors. Welcome, Cheryl.
Thank you, Sam. How are you?
Good, thanks. So we're going to talk today a little bit about Bay to Sound for folks at home who might have heard of the program or not yet heard about the program. This is something we're very excited about at the Senior Center. So I'm excited to learn a little bit more. So first of all, folks at home might not know exactly what this kind of organization does. So Bay to Sound Neighbors is a village organization. So what do those types of organizations do?
Well, they assist people to stay in their homes, middle-aged and elderly people to be able to age in place, basically, and to not have to move into, say, an assisted living, or a lot of people don't want to move to Florida. So that's where we come in.
Okay, and so some people might be familiar with Nauset Neighbors,
yes.
And I think they have a similar organization in Falmouth. Yep. So this is a very similar concept to that, but this is a national, and is it worldwide too?
Yes, it is worldwide, and nationally I believe there's close to 300 villages throughout the United States, and yep, we are a takeoff on the other two. The only difference is we are total volunteer. We have no paid staff, and Nauset has no paid staff, but Falmouth does.
Okay, wow.
Yep.
And this is brand new. You serve the Dennis and Yarmouth area? Okay, great. So this is new for Dennis and Yarmouth, and you're a brand new organization here, right?
Absolutely.
When did you start?
We actually launched on September 17th, and prior to that was about close to almost 2 years ago that there was a group of people that wanted to start it, and put out an email, and 20 people, around 20, I think we ended up with 23, got together and broke into groups and did it.
Wow, that's great. So one of the reasons why we at the Senior Center are so excited about this program is because of the wonderful number of services that you provide, that you're able to provide with your volunteers. So what are some of the services that your volunteers provide?
The majority of what we're doing currently is transportation, and after that we do technology assistance. If people have issues with their phone, computer, iPad, we have people that are tech savvy and are happy to go in and help. And we also do things around the house, like we've had people take down air conditioners. Now a lot of our members are asking to have wreaths put up, assistance with that. Any little small chore, a lot of patio furniture that had to be put away for the winter. Small things like that. We also check smoke detectors and change light bulbs, put up pictures, little things that we used to be able to do that we are no longer able to do. So,
and those are the little things that they sound little, but they make a big difference in a person's day-to-day life and their ability to stay at home, living comfortably and safely.
Right, exactly.
So this is a volunteer-run program. So how exactly does this work? So there's members and then there's volunteers. Can you tell me a little bit about how the organization works?
Yep. Actually, ironically, some of our members are also volunteers, which it's interesting because now they know both sides. And we have people sign up to become members, and a team of 2 will go in and interview them and assess whether we are able to provide the services that they need and want. And the volunteers, we did a lot of like putting things out in the community, basically, for them to know that this existed. And we've had an incredible response, way over what we thought we would get within 2.5 months, which is it's such a wonderful feeling. Yep.
How many volunteers do you have now?
We have 62 volunteers.
Wow, and you started in September?
Yep.
That is incredible.
Yep, and 59 members.
Okay.
So a pretty good ratio, and we have, I think, 13 volunteers that are going to be trained next month. We're not doing one in December, but we'll be doing one pretty much every month, and good groups.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. So one of the things that we do at the Senior Center with our volunteers is we do a Quarry Check, and we do a personal interview with our volunteers, especially if they're going to be in someone's home. That's our safety is always our number one concern.
Yeah.
So you have a similar process, right?
Yes, we do a Quarry Check, and if the person has not lived in in Massachusetts for 5 years, we do a background check for where throughout the United States, basically, and that takes a little longer than a Quarry Check, but we want to be, safe. So, yeah.
And your volunteers also go through a lot of training on, so you're not throwing them to the wolves, so to speak, in terms of of what they might encounter and how to help people, but also so that you can be sure your volunteers are top quality. Yep,
exactly. We do a 2-hour volunteer training. And we also have people, if any questions come up, they can call into our service coordinators and get help that way. Or, and we train them if they go to a house and the person isn't there, it may be that they forgot. And the steps to go through, there's pretty much a protocol for, whatever comes up, and so far we haven't had any issues.
That's great. Wonderful. So right now you're looking for both volunteers and members. You're accepting both.
Correct. Yep.
That's great. And so if a person was interested in either becoming a member or becoming a volunteer, what should they do?
They can actually go online and Beta Sound Neighbors, our website, and they can fill out a short form, and that goes to our coordinators. And if it's for a member, there's a member team leader, and she assigns interview teams to go into their homes, and they call and set up an appointment that works for both. And that's how that one works. And for volunteers, basically they will go online, fill out an application, and then we contact them. They need to send in a Quarry form, and once that's approved, then we send out an email to them that explains when the training is and what they need to come with, like a face sheet of their auto insurance if they're going to transport people, licenses, and that.
Great. And like I've been mentioning all throughout this interview, one of the best parts about this is how it really fills a gap with the senior centers in both Yarmouth and Dennis. And you've been working with both the senior centers as well to kind of coordinate the services. So we've been sending clients to you, and then vice versa, which has been wonderful.
It has been wonderful. I mean, you definitely have. It's funny how we put out a lot of pamphlets, trifold pamphlets, into obviously the senior citizen centers, but also in physicians' offices. We had one woman distributing them at the local town dump. She said, I approached the elderly that looked like they were having difficulty taking their trash out, and that is another request. We have 2 members currently that only want their trash can pulled to the end of the driveway, and it's something as simple as that.
Yeah, and that makes a huge difference. And so you're the president of this organization, but you're also a volunteer yourself.
Yes.
So you've done some of this. How has your experience been so far working with people?
There are no words. I transported 3 people this week, and one was to the Cancer Center, one was to the Dennis Senior Center, to the Golden Age program, and the third one was actually, where did she go? Grocery store. And all 3 of them are just so grateful. I mean, just to hear the members say, and I don't solicit it, I don't ask questions, but they've always said, this has been the most wonderful thing that's ever happened. One woman said, last year I saw all these concerts and things that I wanted to go to, but here I sit in my home and I didn't have the ability to go. Now I can. And she said, now I feel like I'm living again. I can't tell you how good that makes me feel. It was just, what a wonderful feeling. And everyone that I've dealt with is so pleasant and, mild-mannered and happy, and we haven't had any complaints that I know of yet, and I'm assuming they'd filter up, but
yeah. That's great to hear. And I think we're really lucky to have this service finally in the Dennis and Yarmouth area. It's really great. So once again, just to recap, if people want to find out more, they can go online. Is it betasoundneighbors.org, and or even just Google Beta Sound Neighbors, and it'll bring you right to our website. Perfect.
Yep.
Wonderful. Is there anything else the folks at home should know about your program? Or?
If you consider being a volunteer, it'll be one of the most wonderful things you ever did in your life. Even our volunteers have all said, you know, I'm getting something back. I might be giving, but I'm getting a lot back, a lot more than what I'm giving. And just the great feeling that you have knowing that you have assisted someone to remain in their home, and that's what we're all about. It's
Wonderful.
a good thing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, well, I hope this was some great information for you. I'm really excited about this program. We have not stopped talking about it at the Senior Center. So hopefully we can talk some more about this program. And if you read the Cranberry Scoop, you'll see information, a regular column from Beta Sound with updates on what they're doing and ways to get in contact with them. So thank you so much, Cheryl, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Okay. This has been Cranberry Scoop TV for December 2018. Thank you.